Hey everybody, welcome to Nate's Fishing and Tackle. Today we're going to be talking about rigging some swim baits and jig heads. So let's get into it. Alright, so what I got today, we're going to do two different ones. We have the Strike King swing jig, 3.8 ounce, tour grade. This is a Rage Tail Menace on the 3/8 ounce jig head. We'll rig that up here in a minute. Also got some of these 5-inch Zoom Swimmer Chartreuse Blues. I'm going to be rigging those on the Strike King Tour spin heads with an underspin. So let's get into it. These guys are pretty nice. They've got a chartreuse head, pearl white, nice little eye on them, have the underspin, very sharp hook, and painted well, good old Strike King. We got the Zoom shads here, 5-inch. I'm going to be throwing these on probably a heavier line like a braid and a bait caster, catching bigger female bass usually. So yeah, let's get that rigged up. If I can get this open. Alright, I want you to get into them. Here we go. So it is a hollow body. You can rig these various different ways. Have a lot of swim action to those. You could do a Texas rig with a weight up front. You could use just a plain jig head without a willow blade underneath or a spinner blade. Kind of things here. We're going to rig these up. So, same thing. Take the angle of the hook, run it back, come right through the middle of the back, bury that jig head to the nose. That way it runs properly. So, makes it easier because it's the hollow body. You just have to be able to get your hook where you want it on the fish, where it comes out the back here. Let's see. There we go. And there it is rigged up. So same thing, you'll cast this way out, you let it sink nice and slow, be able to drag it across the bottom. You can pop it, you can burn it back on the surface so you get that little blade going. This will really catch up some big bass. The tail also gives a nice gives a real nice wake out, so the fish will really key in on that. A lot of different color patterns on them. It does look a little goofy with a double eye on it, but the big fish seem to hit it anyway. So there's the first one. The second one's a little bit easier. The Strike King swimming jig for the Rage Tail Menace trailer with it. This comes in a pack. I think this was like $2, $3 maybe. So let's rig this up real quick. Alright. So we got the little Rage Tail. Here's your soft plastic. Make sure you split that off. Those have some nice little appendages on it, as you can see. That way when it's kicking through the water, it makes a nice vibration. And it's the pearl white. And the jig hook, the jig head has a real nice skirt on it. Nice trailer. This will be your trailer. Also has a weedless weed guard up here. I don't know if you can see that. I like to trim those off sometime. Maybe sometimes at an angle. Just because I feel sometimes the fish, when it goes in to take the bite on the lure, it hits their lip and it won't get a complete hookup. But also, which is really nice, there's a trailer keeper on this hook. As you can see right here, that'll hold your bait on and keep it from sliding. So let's go ahead and get this rigged up. Same thing, you want to kind of measure out where you want the hook to come out of. I usually go right about there. So this is kind of like a shad, or maybe like a little white crawl. So I'm gonna pull this out a little bit, and let's come up and poke right out the middle of the back. Bury that down right about the middle there. And that little weed keeper, you go bend that back, and that sticks right back in your plastic to keep your plastic from sliding. And you can just fish this like a regular jig. You can fish it like a swim bait, bouncing it. It's a nice little shad pattern. You could also turn the crawl, you could rig it so it is sitting this way, and it would probably come through the water more like a swim bait. But this will catch a lot of good fish. As well, throw this on a little bit heavier line, bait caster, or even you could use a spinning reel, maybe 10-pound test, I would suggest. There are those two lure options. So I'll catch you on the next one.